then again, I guess like it's the age-old console versus PC argument where a game developer knows exactly what they can deal, like what resources they have available when developing a PlayStation VR game. They're like, all right, this is exactly what I've got, plus what's in the box.
Yeah.
Cool, as opposed to like, all right, we have to have enough room to move for the very, very high end to the bottom specs of a PC, and it kind of gets a bit more fiddly.
It's what always has turned me off PC gaming.
I was reading a good article. I can't quote it because I forget where I saw it, so I apologize to whoever wrote this. But PlayStation can afford to take a loss on VR.
Yeah.
They've done it before with consoles just to get people into their ecosystem, and it's kind of the same thing here where if you put PlayStation VR and you make a $200 loss on every headset, or a $100 loss, I don't know how much it costs to make, it's still worth it because you're drawing people into a closed ecosystem.
Yeah.
And so what they lose on the headset, they're in their heads, people are going to buy games from PlayStation VR, that they're publishing all of them, from what I can tell.
Yep.
Or they at least have a hand in a whole lot of them.
They got their hand.
So by the time they take a loss on the headset, they make all their money back and then some on the games that they're going to sell for it.
But don't you think, I mean, Google's probably in a better position to take a loss, right?
Facebook.
Sorry, Facebook. Why did I think Google?
I don't know. Google has something, but that's shit. And it's like the cardboard VR thing that is you can buy now for $25, but it's shit.
Oh, okay. All right. Forget I said
it's not shit. I've tried something similar to it, and it's kind of cool, but you just put your phone in.
HoloLens? Is that them?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, no, sorry. I don't know either.
But I imagine Sony can take a bit of a loss on this, and if it is slightly lower end than a Oculus, it's cheaper to make.
Yeah, they might get them that way. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I'm really excited to try it out.
Yeah, I really do want to try it.
Might try and start making a little PS podcast kitty. Get some of that VR action up in here.
Well, this goes straight into a question we got.
It does. Good segue.
That I thought you would segue into, but then you didn't, so I thought I'd just take the reins on that one.
I was in a fantasy world where I was in VR.
I believe it was from classic fan, number one fan.
Friend of the show, at jschooled76. He writes, here's a few questions. Will we ever see PS Now? And at what price would you pay for PSVR? PS Now engineer, do you want to take this? Because I don't really even understand. Like, it's just streaming games. It's not what I want.
It's not what I want, and I don't think we'll get it because we don't have the bandwidth for it.
Australia...
Like some people do if you've got fibre, but...
Yeah, Australia's kind of a garbage tip.
We are very low on the world... Oh, we're pretty low on the world rankings for for internet speeds.
I think Namibia is below us, but...
And not by much. Yeah. And like, our speeds are... It's kind of hard to say, because if you're in a inner city, like inner city, you can get fibre, and it's not terrible.
Yeah.
But anywhere, like even inner city suburbs still don't have fibre, so we're still rocking ADSL 2+, and that's not very good.
Yeah.
Like I'm 10 minutes from Brisbane City, and I get 8 megs download, maybe 500 kilobytes up. Like, it's not good.
Yeah, that's not great.
Maybe 1 meg up.
And out here in the sticks where we record, dear Lord.
Oh man, we tried to upload a podcast yesterday and it took like 8 hours. It was actually fucked.
Oh my god.
It was one of the worst we've experienced, but so I don't know if they're going to bother with PSVR or PS Now in Australia. And honestly, I'm just dreaming of the day that Google's like, yeah, we'll expand our fibre to Australia.
Can you speak to how it works? Because I honestly have no idea. Is it like
that's when they
Spotify, but for PS? Is that it?
I don't know. It's not. I wish it was a subscription, like a monthly subscription, but from what I can tell, you pay per game.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm really not interested then.
You pay like, oh, I want to rent this game for this long, and you pay a certain amount, and then you get to play like... I'm trying to think of a game on PS3 that you want to play that's not already been ported.
I really want to play Catherine.
All right, so let's say you want to play Catherine. It might not even be in the catalog, but let's say for the sake of the argument, you want to play Catherine. You pay $12 and you get it for a week, and then you get to stream it from their servers. Don't know what sort of bandwidth that's going to take up.
Yeah.
And there is some input lag from what I can tell. Again, it all depends on your connection. So
yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't.
And Catherine's one of those games where you've got to make decisions quickly in that fucking sheep dream world. So I can't imagine you would enjoy it if the lag was kicking in.
Yeah,
because we tried to play Rocket League yesterday and it was not happy, and I just couldn't do it. It just makes me infuriating.
It was doing my head in.
So let's knock that out of the way. PS Now, don't think it's coming. Honestly, don't really care.
Yeah.
PS2 classics are coming in pretty hot and heavy.
Yeah, there's a couple more. We got Ark the Lad today.
Yep. So that's kind of taking care of that. Getting my trophy still. And it's also, I forget what the prices were exactly, but they were bad. It's a really bad pricing model that I was just like, no.
Rather buy a full game.
I can go buy a full game for that. It might not be this game, but it's a full game.
Abuse EB Games return policy and
7-day returns, no questions asked.
No one listens.
They always ask a question.
No one from EB listens to this podcast.
I don't even care if they do. They put the system in place, and I'm going to abuse it for all it's fucking worth.
That's fair. And at what price would you pay for PlayStation VR?
Because I was thinking, as a I'm going to say a company.
Yep.
I feel like we'll invest in one.
Oh, absolutely.
Just for the sake of it. Personally, I'm broke.
So you're looking at me, aren't you?
So honestly, if they really want me to buy one, I can't pay. It can't be more than $400. No, even that.
It's pretty big.
I'm probably not buying it if it's $400, and I'm talking Australian.
Yeah.
So they'd have to come out and say it's $200 US, and I just don't. That's not happening.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen.
Honestly, like going over 500 Australian, I don't think I could do.
I honestly think just on a principle matter, like if it's $500, we shouldn't get one.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of with you. We want to be able to cover it, but it's really expensive.
Well, possible spoilers. We're going to try and go to PAX Australia.
Yeah.
At the end of the year.
Maybe we can try it out.
So maybe we can try it out then.
Yeah.
I'm still sure No Man's Sky is going to be a launch title.
Yeah.
Because that'll be a very crucial part of VR to make sure it doesn't fizzle.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. They have games that aren't just the heist where you just are kind of a passive observer.
How much, realistically, what do you expect No Man's Sky to sell? Because that thing has got a lot of hype. It's starting to...
I'd say if it is a launch title with PSVR, I'd imagine it's a
couple mil?
1 to 1.2 attachment rate.
Yeah, okay.
Like if you're buying VR, No Man's Sky is the game you buy with it.
Yep. That's your Wii Sports.
Yeah. It's the Wii Sports, but it's way fucking cooler. If it's like a Minecraft in a universe and it's virtual reality, that's how you fucking sell PlayStation VR.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Again, I don't really care, and I think they're channeling a bit of Square Enix, where I'm just sick of hearing about it.
They've actually. I haven't heard of No Man's Sky for months and months now. I'm gonna say it's been 6 months since I've heard about No Man's Sky.
It's the echo chamber. It's just the constant. Oh, it's gonna be able. You can do anything. You can get to the center.
Well, they never say you can do anything, and the goal is to get to the center. So I think you're giving this game a hard time.
I'm gonna give it a really hard time.
It's a perfect VR game, and I think that's why it hasn't been released yet.
My problem with it
I reckon
is
that game's done.
It just looks so shallow. That's my concern. There's just not surface level. There's not a lot. I get that you can create things, but the gunplay, it
shouldn't be called gunplay.
I know, but you're using it, and it just kind of looks so.
This is my thought of Minecraft when I saw it the first time.
I'm with you. Minecraft is... I don't understand how
No, I understand. I played it. I played Minecraft for hours and hours. It was genius.
Maybe 2 hours. I was like, I don't buy a game. You make the game. I don't make the game. I give you the money. You make the game. That's my thing. Don't make me make the game.
There's a game to it, and it's not... The game is Lego. The game is Lego.
I was all about Power Rangers.
And the difference is Lego gives you instructions.
Yes.
But then you have a box of just random Lego and you just make shit.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And you do your thing and you gotta fight off nothing, but it's still something.
It's funny, now that I think about it, No Man's Sky isn't really for me. And I don't really know that there's any VR titles I'm aware of that are. Rez seems to be that's the multiplayer.
Eve Valkyrie?
Which one? That's the...
Space combat.
Not even really into that.
I think you would be if you're sitting in... I think before you say anything, you need to play VR.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think if you're sitting in the cockpit of a fighter in space...
Be pretty dope.
Even though it's just space combat, you're going to be fucking hooked.
But for how long? Like, what's the replay? I guess we need to play these games.
You just need to play them. And rigs I'm interested in because that reminds me of like a Rocket League with robots, and I'm down with that.
Yeah. I think what I need is like an immersive story-based, either action, maybe an RPG. That's what I want.
Oh, what's the Until Dawn dumb shit game?
Oh, the Minecraft.
The minecart roller coaster.
God damn it.
So I think I saw sale predictions like PlayStation VR will sell 2 million this year.
Wow. And that's actually pretty soft.
That's considering there's going to be about 40 million consoles sold by then.
Yeah,
they're 35 now, so
yeah, no, that's actually not a huge.
It's what, 1 in 20.
I think that's a good keeping it in check, those expectations.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see what they do, like how they bundle it.
Yeah,
because if it's $400 and it's just the thing, it's just the headset and the box. And so what? And I've got to go buy Move controllers, and I've got to go buy a PS camera.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at a $700 investment.
Yeah.
Like, they better not fuck this up.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's at least they're keeping their expectations low. Like Square Enix, I believe it was the first Tomb Raider, did like 8 million units, and they're like, oh,
it's
disappointing.
Not,
it's not doing very well. Like, what the fuck did you expect?
Well, I think they learned their lesson with Move.
Yeah.
They keep those expectations in check. Who knows? It can easily just be PlayStation, like Sony'd. They can Sony the fuck out of this, which is bad.
Yeah.
PS Vita, $250. Oh, did we mention that a memory card is $100?
Oh, you make it so hard for me to love you, Shuhei.
Oh, just don't fuck it up.
But I do love you.
But yeah, it's just a matter of having games out, a matter of bundling it properly.
Yep.
Like if you could get a PlayStation 4 with a VR headset and it was $700.
I want to see them. I want to see them get them into stores, like
I don't know how you do that though.
Oh, they just put them in stores all around Australia.
But like, you have to have someone manning it?
Yeah, do it. Put them in EB Games. Put it in a fucking Big W. I don't care. Just let me play it.
I just can't imagine. Like, it's not connected by anything.
Oh, they hook it up to a PS4.
No. I mean, like controls are always like bolted to the fucking.
Oh, I see your concern. You can use controllers though, right?
Yeah, but the headset itself, are you going to be chained to the thing, which is going to restrict you actually moving around, or?
Oh, that's not for me to figure out. They just need to allow me to try it before I buy it.
They're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what's the problem. Like, how do you market PlayStation VR? How do you market VR?
They're just going to have to figure
without
it out.
VR.
Yeah, or they're going to really throw some money down the toilet.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But yeah, if it's... no, I can't spend $400 on it. I just can't do it.
I think 400's probably my high end.
It's another console.
Yeah, I think that's my high end.
I just don't think I can do that.
What about you, Jace Gould? Let us know. And anyone else out there, how much are you willing to pay?
Does this lead us straight into our next question?
It does.
We have 2 questions this week, guys.
Oh.
And surprise, surprise, question 2 is not from J School.
It's from @BiasedGamer, and he says, which game is objectively better, Final Fantasy 7 or 8? Now, I saw this, and I thought, fuck yeah, here we go. Let's fucking have at it.
And then I saw this and went, I don't really. Like, I
don't really give a shit
on this much because I have played Final Fantasy 8 for like 2 hours.
It's an easy question, and I'll be the first to admit it. 7 is the better game, objectively. I'll always admit that.
No, you didn't. Last week when you saw this question, you were like, I'm going to fight to the death for Final Fantasy 8.
And I will. I still think 8 is, in my opinion, a better game, if you're me. But objectively, like, 7's got a bit more mass appeal. 8's a little more... well, let's just be honest. The draw system was a bit of a miss. You really can't compare that to Materia. I think the story of 8 was better. I think the characters... that's a hard one. I think they're more nuanced in 8. 7... Everyone sort of has a bit of rose-tinted glasses with 7. Like, there's not as much character development as you remember.
Yeah.
Like, Sid is smoking a cigarette and he didn't get to the moon. And that's pretty